Today on Real Life in Real Estate, kids say the darndest things. Well, welcome to Real Life in Real Estate. I'm Mark Peebles, here to help you live your best life and achieve ultimate success. And before I get to my very special guest today, I want to remind you that Real Life in Real Estate is brought to you by Advantage Home Warranty, my favorite home warranty in the business. You know, I carry an Advantage Home Warranty on my own home, and I think you should too. If you're in Ohio, you want a family-owned company that owns their own plumbing and HVAC company that provides the best service in the business. And therefore, you want an Advantage Home Warranty. AdvantageHW.com is where you'll learn more. Now, on to my special guest for today. You never know what she's going to say, but I am bringing on to the show today my daughter, Ellie Peebles, joining me in the house. Hey, Ellie.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
Good. You look happy today.
Yeah.
You're nervous.
A little bit.
You're much more quiet than you usually are at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so Ellie, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about yourself, like, school, age, grade, go ahead.
My name is Ellie Peebles. I am a freshman at Chess Christian School. I was MVP last year on the chess basketball team.
Boom.
My dad coached the team. And yeah, I want to graduate early.
She wants to graduate early, to which her dad, the basketball coach, says, no. I want you through your senior year. But no, that's awesome. And I do coach. I've coached Ellie
Grade.
Since third grade. Yeah, I've been able to coach Ellie. It's been a real blessing. I think there's only 1 year that you've played that I haven't coached you, right?
First grade,
year.
Second grade, you didn't coach, and then you didn't coach me my fifth grade year.
Yep, but I've coached after that. So I'm very excited to have you on the show today. And today I didn't tell Ellie what the topic is, so she has no idea what we're talking about. But because this is Real Life in Real Estate, Ellie, I want to talk out there to the agents that listen to the show that have kids. And so we're going to talk about your experience having a dad in real estate. How's that?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then here is my first question for you. I want to know, just good, bad, and different, what are your thoughts on having a dad who's been in real estate your whole life?
I think it's nice because you get nice things. Like our house is nice because we got to renovate. We've always had fun trips that we've always gotten to do. I mean, if your dad's an entrepreneur like mine, life never stops. You don't have a beach vacation. You have a hiking vacation. But I mean, I think it's just what you make of it. Because if we were talking when I was younger, you were never home. But now, you coach my basketball team and you do all the things with me. So I think it's you're there more. Which
was going to be one of my questions. So you remember when I was young, right? And
when I was young?
I'm sorry. Well, I was young too, actually. I was still in my 30s, by the way. I would have been 30 when you were born, but that's good. Good catch. Good catch. Busted. All right, so you hit a little bit on some of those good things, but you remember back when you were young and the amount of time that I worked. Talk a little bit about that. What were the bad things that you experienced from having a parent in real estate?
I was scared of you when I was a little kid.
Why is that? Be honest.
Because you were tall.
Because I was tall. Yeah, for those that don't see me all the time, I am 6'7", and I'm not a little dude. I'm a big dude, so, okay.
But when I was little, because, you weren't home enough for me to, actually know you enough, I think. So I was always, when you came home, I was and there was just one day that clicked, and I was oh, okay.
So Dad's kind of cool?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so talk about that. What do you think made it click?
I don't know, you came home at the end of the day. You sat down at the dinner table. You took us places. But I think mainly it was when Tommy played basketball.
Yep.
And you were coaching the team. And I wanted to go play basketball with Tommy so bad. And so you would put me on your shoulders. And we would run across the whole, court. And you would, have me grab the ball from one of the boys and I'd dunk it.
Yeah, that's been a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I did coach my son in basketball as well, so she does remember back that. In fact, Chess Christian, where Ellie goes, I started the boys basketball program there. We were a new school back then, so
Mind, the boys always lost, the girls always win.
that's right. I never had a winning record until I coached Ellie's team.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so there were some bad things. What else do you think from early on in life when I was busy? Because honestly, when you were young, I had the big team,
Mm-hmm.
big stressful business. What other things do you remember from that time in terms of how I treated you or how I came home? Like anything specific?
I don't think you treated us bad or anything. Like, you always were coming home and you're like, oh my gosh, hey guys. Well, like, I just don't think I knew you because you just were never
Yeah.
home. Like, it was always you were at the office late. Like, even when you owned the barbecue business, you were always at the barbecue business late.
I did. I owned a barbecue restaurant. She's telling on me here.
He owned a painting business too.
I
Everybody.
did. I'm an entrepreneur, okay? I'm an entrepreneur. I think Ellie's
But-
got a little bit of that in her too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
So, do you feel, in terms of priorities with me as an agent, have you always felt like my family was a priority, or
Yeah.
have there been times where you felt like business was a priority?
I think both have been a priority at moments because, like, but you definitely make family a big thing because even like last week, I had a cross country meet. It was my very last one, and you canceled a meeting just to come, which you didn't have to do that, but you did. So I think you definitely make time to come to things. Like, I think when I was younger, you didn't come to as many things, but like now it's like, oh, he's at every event. Like cross country, he came to every single meet. Basketball, he has to be at every single
Yeah,
every single thing.
Kind of have to when you're the coach.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you definitely have made it a priority. I mean, like, even like when we were younger, like when we went to Africa and like it was just you and I for 2 weeks. Like
Yep.
that was probably my favorite part of that whole trip without mom because it was just you and me and we had fun.
Yeah.
And so I think you like make it special for all of us because even like Tommy, like you take Tommy on his hiking trips, and Liv, you take
Yep.
guitar shopping or whatever.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, so obviously, real estate's a very stressful business,
Mhm.
and I have been stressed. So, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
little giggle there, right?
Yeah.
Talk about how have I made you feel? And this is, you can give the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? If there's bad and ugly, don't avoid it, because I think the point of today is I want parents to hear what their kids think about the good, the bad, and the ugly of real estate. So when I have been in those periods where we've been stressed, what have you noticed that's different about me?
I've noticed mom's more stressed out when you're stressed out. Like, there's always that, and then you're more stressed out when mom's stressed out. And so it's like when mom got sick, like there was
Yep.
all of that stuff, and that was kind of stressful. I will say the main thing that like stresses me out is when you guys talk about like death. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because that is stressful. Like, if you guys were to die one day, what would we do? But I don't know. I think
This whole conversation came up recently because Elizabeth and I were leaving out of town, and we were like, "Hey, here's where all of our life insurance policies are.
Mhm.
Here's who to call." Like, and so yeah, we were talking about death. But then when we told them how much the life insurance was worth, they were like, "Do you have to come home?" I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
that
That
was
is-
Olivia and Tommy.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, yeah, because she knows that she would probably be raised by Olivia and Tommy.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know that Liv would do too great.
she would do great with you. She would do great. Okay, but Liv is my almost 19-year-old daughter.
Mhm.
Um,
Tommy's 21.
Tommy's 21. Let me ask you this. What advice would you give to kids whose parents are in real estate?
I think you make the best of it because, like, if they are willing to spend time with you, spend time with them because I can tell you, like, this is just the truth, and my dad doesn't think I know, but like he will like do something. He'll be like, "Oh my gosh, come with me, do this. Like, you want to drive? Like, let me drive you to work. Let me do this." And I'll be like, "Oh, like, I don't have to do that, but like I'll drive with my dad because my dad wants to do it. Like, he wants to spend time with me. He wants to talk with me. Like, he just went to South Dakota for a week, and I had maybe one of the best weeks of my life with my friends. And but when he came back, it was like I ran a cross country meet and I had to go to work after. And my dad was like, I'll take you to work. And I was like, don't you have to go to work? He was like, no, I canceled everything for today. Like, I'll drive you to work. And I was like, okay. He wants to spend time with me. That's just the truth to it. So, like, I'll spend time with my dad. And I think that if they want to, that's something you should do. Because, truthfully, you don't know how long you have time with them. And, like, I mean, you're always at work every day. I'm at school every day. So, it's like, why not spend a couple hours? Because you are the reason I'm here. Like,
Wow. Okay, I just want to be really clear. I did not pay her to say any of this, and she did not know what the topic was
No.
before we started today. You're kind of blowing me away here, Ellie. You're just, you're all grown up. Okay, so now you've given advice to kids. What advice do you give to parents who are in real estate that they should be considerate of with their kids?
Don't make everything about business. So, like, if it's a constant every night you're coming home and it's, oh my gosh, I have to write a contract. Oh my gosh, I have to get this house on the market. Like,
You've never heard that from me before. And where do you think she got the language from, right?
yeah. But, like, if it's an every night thing or it's like a whole month thing, like, don't make that in front of your kids. Because, like, I know sometimes when my dad comes home and says that, I'm like, oh, like, this is going to be a little bit of a stressful night because my mom's going to be stressed out. My dad's going to be stressed out with the fact of he doesn't have everything online. My mom's going to try to help him when she can't sometimes. And there's just all that. So don't make it so evident to the kids every day. Yeah. You might be stressed, but your kids want to, like, enjoy having you around. And then, like, I mean, just, like, have fun moments with them. Like, basketball, like, I can tell you my dad, I am probably his favorite person on the team because I'm his daughter, but yet every girl on the team is like, is your dad coaching this year? He's my favorite guy to coach. Like, he might not have a bunch of basketball knowledge, but my dad makes it very clear to the girls that he loves them like me, and he's very nice to them. Like, all the girls like, he brought donuts last week. Yes, I love it.
I do buy their love with donuts and ice cream. We have this whole thing. There was one of my favorite players on the team besides you is Tegan.
Oh, yes.
And I always will be like, well, if you do it, I'll bring you a candy bar next week. And, like, the kid always wants candy. She always wants ice cream, whatever. But yeah, we do try to make it fun.
But, like, he's made it very evident to all of the people around him. Like, I will love you like my own child. So I think that's what you gotta do. Like, if you might not want to coach basketball some nights, but yet you still do it. You might have a contract that night, but you're still going to basketball.
Yep.
So,
well, I will tell you, this has been a heartwarming conversation, and I'm really glad that you came on. Well, let me ask you this: what do you think your career dream is?
Ministry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you see yourself doing?
Ministry school.
Ministry school, yep. That's following in the footsteps of her sister, who is in ministry school at Redemption School of Ministry. Do you ever see yourself in real estate? No. And let me say, like, I never saw myself in real estate either. I was never going to do it.
Here's the thing. I have known this since I was a little girl. If you go back to Donna Sanchez's book on graduation, there is a quote in there, and it says, my dad wants me to work for EXP when I grow up, but I will not work at EXP, but I will help EXP if ever needed.
Yep.
So, which now it's Navex.
Navex, yeah. Well, we used to be with EXP back in that day, so,
but I just don't think I would ever want, like, it's too much math. I hate math already.
So here's a funny thing. I don't like math at all, but, you know, really applied math is different. That's what I've always said, is that this is applied math when you need it. But guess what?
It's also paperwork.
Just close your ears for a second, but the math that they teach you in school is not necessarily the applied math you're going to use your whole life.
Listen to that,
use my
kids.
credit card for everything. I use my calculator for everything. I do not use my credit card for everything.
Tell me, what is algebra going to do for me in life?
There's some value to that. There is some value figuring out that
Jesus calls us not to lie.
Wow. Okay. Well, kids say the darndest things. You know, This has been awesome, Ellie. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining me on the podcast today.
Yeah.
And I hope that you, as parents, start to get a feel for what your kids might be thinking. Have these conversations with them. I've never had this conversation until today, but man, it's an encouraging conversation to have, and I encourage you to have it. Oh, and keep your kids first.